Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for the period of time covering June 25th through July 8th, 2024. It's a reading if you are Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, or have another significant Sagittarius placement in your chart. Let's fix the camera here a little bit. If you're new to this channel, welcome in, and if you are returning, welcome back. I'm going to do this full horoscope spread using the Way of Cartouche deck. And I'm going to start with an overview of this, and then I will clarify with the Osho Zen Tarot this week. And then we will have a extra oracle card pull from the, it's called the language, I once called it the light language deck, but I think that the technical name of it is the secret language of light. So yeah, so I felt like that's the one I wanted to pull from this week. A little more ethereal, but than some of the more practical oracles. But yeah, so we'll see what we get here. I do have a description in the description box below. I do have a description, and I have my website, transitionlifecoaching.net, and also my social media, transition.life.coaching. The links are down there. If you want to follow me on social media or check out my website, I have some new events. I have a dream class coming up. I have all kinds of offerings. I'm now offering Rouhani healing online, which is absolutely phenomenal. Definitely go check it out. Even if you just look into it, I'm actually doing it at a really kind of very inexpensive introductory rate for what it is for the hour's worth of time. So yeah, so you may want to check that out. It's fantastic for stress relief, emotional healing, anxiety. It just I don't know. I'm personally, as someone who's worked in this for 20 years, I am just totally amazed at how it works. So I'm very excited to share that with people. Like I said, plus I have the dream analysis class. I will be having other classes, and I'm trying to keep those very inexpensive as well. And then, of course, I do my regular coaching and other transitional services. And if you subscribe to this channel, you will see that I have not only tarot videos, but I also have some channeling sessions and my daily morning coffee with Breege that I do on Instagram, and I'll post there, but I will ultimately download the videos and post them here to YouTube. So yeah, so if any of that interests you, check it out. If you do like this video, do give it a thumbs up, leave a comment if you choose. All of this does help the channel. Okay, so enough of the intro. So let's see what we're looking at here. So, okay, the first thing, of course, that only stands out is when Seth appears, which is our Stormbringer. And this is showing up in the 11th house, which has to do maybe with our goals and our hopes and wishes, or potentially sometimes issues with friendships as well. So Sphinx could indicate that maybe there's somebody who you think, I don't know. It could be that you feel that somebody is keeping something a secret from you. That's a possible thing. And that maybe you're, that's giving you some anxiety or concern. This could also indicate that you're running into blocks with some of your goals. And the Sphinx will be saying, be patient, wait and see, because there's more information coming. Now, if your goals are financial, okay, if you're saying, okay, I'm going to make some changes financially and do some things, we have Urias here in the second house. So Urias indicates something unexpected in the financial realm. And I always feel that for people who are very concerned about money, or might be thinking like, oh, am I going to make enough money? Is enough coming in? When Urias shows up, it indicates money coming from an unexpected source. So in other words, you may have plans and think, oh, okay, I'm going to, have this source. And Urias is just saying, well, wait and see. There's going to be something that is going to, usually when that card shows up, it indicates getting a windfall or a boon, or it's like something that's actually really good. Like, whoa, you're going to come into money. Like, it's like hitting the lottery or something. I mean, I'm not suggesting that you might actually hit the lottery. You might. I mean, the probability isn't high, but you never know. But it's that kind of an energy where money comes in and you're going, oh, I didn't expect this money to come in. So yeah, so there's that energy coming in as well. And we're also seeing Nephthys showing up in the home sector. So home and family sector. So this could indicate, sometimes Nephthys indicates something to do with a sister when we're looking at home energy here. But Nephthys also is just something, I don't know, there's a sense of something that is not seen right now. And the fact that we have Sphinx, Urias, and Nephthys, and we'll see what the tarot pulls up, but there's definitely the sense that something's going on here. Maybe it's connected to family. It could be connected to a friendship, or again, I'm kind of feeling now like that Seth in the 10th house might have more to do with your goals. Maybe there's a goal you want to reach. Maybe there's a financial goal you want to reach. Maybe you feel like it's out of reach, or Maybe if some of you are working in a business and not making enough money, or maybe if you feel like you want to quit your job and you can't, like if your wishes are around some kind of something connected to your security in that way, I feel like, and maybe there's something connected to family here too, but basically there's this energy of wait and see. Wait and see, surprises are coming in, but these feel like they're good surprises. There's a sense of not yet, and don't jump the gun and do something too fast, because you may do something and then later on go, oh, gee, if I had known that X and Y was going to happen, that I would have done this. So I feel like there's an energy of that. For some of you, there could be a change in job or career because you do have air showing up there. But it could also indicate a career that's dealing more with communication, maybe teaching, writing, maybe doing something more with social media for some people. Take that as it resonates. But air does indicate change and movement as far as career goes. And with Ankh over here in the 6th house, this is definitely can suggest a job that somebody really loves. Like maybe there's going to be a job you're doing that you're absolutely over the moon about. So I don't know, maybe that's the change you're making. Also in the health that matters though, if health is something that's been a concern of yours, let's just say you've had somebody in your family who's very, very ill. Ankh would indicate in the 6th house indicates that if there's an illness that somebody has, let's just say, I hope this isn't the case for you, but if you had somebody in your family, and this is not a predictor of this, by the way, I'm going to give that caveat as well. If there's somebody in your family already, maybe who's suffering from cancer or has some kind of illness that you're thinking like, oh, this is going to shorten their life a lot. The fact that Ankh shows up here indicates somebody having a very long life. Like it's usually the way they phrase it is cracked clocks last the longest. So sometimes it does seem to indicate that if there's somebody who has recently had a diagnosis like that, there's a sense that this person may still live a very long time and be able to manage whatever that is. Now, again, I always may give the caveat that I'm not a doctor. And again, this is not a predictor. It's not like, oh, this is showing up in your chart, so somebody in your family is going to get cancer. It's not saying that at all. It's just if this is something that you're dealing with right now, or if this is some kind of news you've received recently, then this would be saying the person's still going to live a very long life. So yeah, so that's actually very good news. I do feel like there's a sense of maybe healing that's going on for people right now. With Anubis in the 1st house, you may be setting up some boundaries. Trying to figure out who you are, and you want to be open to people, but you're also protecting yourself at the same time. Anubis indicates the need for the ability to be diplomatic, and also indicates a sense of humor. So maybe there's the idea of being able to be friendly and kind of joke around with people. I mean, it's that kind of personality that we see here. But yeah, but I do feel like you are you're being friendly but maintaining your space right now. There seems to be a situation, now I don't know if this is a legal situation or if it's just has something to do, again, has to do, like the 9th house, it's your own energy, Sagittarius energy. And so there's this idea of Jupiter energy, expanding your horizons. We have the Pyramid card here. So I feel like maybe some of the things you're trying to branch out and do, maybe being tested, maybe it's something you're doing that you're starting, but that it may take some time to blossom or maybe you're beginning a course of something and there's not going to be instant results. Maybe you're going to have to do some things that you may find that if you have a certain goal that's either educational or spiritual, or maybe you're saving up to take a long trip or something. Like this is all about expanding your horizons, but Pyramid is indicating something that's going to take some time. So I don't know. That could also pertain to your goals. If you have goals to move far away, or if you have goals that are connected to doing something, like I said, with education or spirituality, this may just be something that's going to take some time. So there's a sense of needing to be patient. I do feel like, okay, let's see. Down here in this is the 3rd house. This is the house of Gemini. And so this has to do with communications and messages that are coming in. This has to do with, commerce, business. So if you're in your own business, that would definitely be here. We have Thoth here. So I feel like, for example, okay, if this has to do with starting a business, let's just say you're thinking about leaving your job to do something you love. Maybe you're not sure about money and it's saying it's going to come from an unexpected source. If that's part of the change that you're making is doing something that's more your own thing, which a lot more people are doing these days. They're kind of getting away from the standard, 9-to-5 job, and they're doing more of their own thing. Thoth here could indicate things happening at the right time. Okay, so or people doing you good turns and favors. Like you may find that your path forward is eased a little bit by people who are willing to help you. And it may also be suggesting that you keep your eyes out for the people who are helping you. To a certain degree, when we have to put efforts into things, there's so much that we can do, and then there's a certain amount of having to sit back and wait for things to happen. Now, you have Bast and Osiris in your houses that are connected to what's more unconscious or what's more transformational, what may be more intuited and felt rather than necessarily directly observed. I always feel like the 8th house has to do with the way in which our lives are progressing, in which way our lives are transforming. And Bast is the happiness card. So I feel like maybe you're trying to move into a phase where you're happier, where this is a card of emotional healing, dealing with things that perhaps have been psychosomatic or maybe emotionally triggering, and managing to kind of find a way to work through them. It is definitely saying that your intuitive knowing is going to tell you more than any amount of data analysis. 12th house, yeah, you have Osiris here. So maybe there's concerns about stability here. Maybe you're wondering about whether or not your situation right now is in fact a stable one. In the relationship house, okay, I feel like, well, I don't know if this is a relationship or a creative project. I mean, Crook and Flail here in the 5th house has to do with status or being confident or being seen. So I don't know, you may be projecting a lot of confidence to people lately, or you may be you may be with Ankh here, maybe this is some kind of a project or something you're working on that you're feeling very excited about. And again, maybe feeling very confident and in your abilities. And as you should, because Crook and Flail definitely indicates having that authority. I mean, then you've got Horus over here in the 7th house. So that can indicate somebody who is, it can indicate in the marriage area with Libra. I mean, Libra can also have to do with business partnerships and things as well. Significant partnerships that usually have a legal nature. With Horus there, I feel like there could either be something connected to the family. There could be a family situation, like if you're married and you have a spouse. There may be some kind of family situation for them, but again, it doesn't appear to be a negative thing. This seems to be something having to do with healing, and or it can have to do with just somebody who is, whatever challenges somebody might have. Like if you have a partner who's facing a lot of challenges, like Horus would indicate the ability to overcome those. There's a strong sense of popularity and charisma here. So with Crook and Flail in this, I don't know. So maybe some of you are going to be dating somebody who's famous. Maybe you are famous. I don't know. But there's or just somebody who has some kind of stature or known in some way. With these two together, I feel like that's a possibility for somebody here. Okay. This is interesting. Okay. So yeah, first house, our card that we're pulling is the 10 of Pentacles, the We Are the World card. So with the Anubis card here, I feel like this is telling us that we are, we're setting these boundaries, but we're also going out and we're connecting with the world and connecting with other people. So I think it is definitely reminding us that we are part of a community. As we do set firm and safe boundaries for ourselves, we also do want to reach out. And Anubis is certainly in a position to do that, although recently maybe you've been tired out and feel a bit beleaguered. We've got the fighting card, the Knight of Swords, and the 5 of Swords here. Yeah. And actually, I knew I was probably going to see the fighting card somewhere. And this kind of indicates to me that, yeah, there may be a situation where you feel either defeated or limited in some way. Maybe, again, this comparison card, maybe you're comparing the monies you have or how successful you are as compared to somebody else, maybe who's doing a similar thing. And so therefore, maybe you feel like you have to rush in and do a whole lot of stuff. And this is saying, again, I feel like this is saying, wait and see. That makes me more convinced than ever that these things are connected, because there's something here that you don't need to fight in this situation. Again, there's this sense of wait and see because something is coming. The third house here, we got the 10 of Cups here. Yeah, harmony. So this is definitely good karmic turns. Again, there's this strong sense of community here. We have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 10 of Cups. I mean, this is definitely you being engaged, being in harmony, and finding happiness with, within your life and with what you're doing and with the people around you. Definitely we are moving into a space that is more interactive with other people rather than us hiding away. Okay, we have a laziness card. They call this the Nine of Cups, actually, in the home sector. So Nine of Cups, okay, in traditional decks, this is a card of wishes granted and being able to get what it is you want. But I think there's been some kind of a situation where perhaps you've been too reliant. Maybe you've been too reliant on family or family support for something. And this may be saying, okay, maybe things are changing now. Maybe there's some uncertain situations where you're saying, okay, well, now I have to do things differently. So because this relaxed pose that we have here, we're seeing everything breaking up over here. So I feel like there's an impetus here to maybe move away from our normal safe modes of support. We may be being pushed to do bigger and better things. And that may be why we're feeling like, well, I got to run around and do stuff. But that's not the case. I mean, there's definitely, you've got all this 10 energy. So something that has been negatively occupying your time is definitely coming to an end here. Okay, so we have the Miser card. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles here with the Crook and Flail. Crook and Flail can also have to do with discipline. And if this does have to do with love, the Miser would indicate this is somebody who's kind of put the wall around themselves and is maybe not reaching out to others in some way. Or maybe if you're working on a project, maybe not being able to or not being willing to spend money on something. But this is more about trying to achieve stability of some kind. But again, there could be a rigidity to it. There could be this sense that you need to kind of put a wall around something and protect it. And I think this could even have to do with your heart too. So I think this is saying, you don't need to be miserly with your feelings. You can reach out, you can work with others, you can trust others. I mean, yeah, we have this Nine of Swords here with the Ankh card, and Nine of Swords is about what we're worried about. You got 2 9s and 2 10s here. So yeah, we're definitely moving towards the end of something here. And I feel like, yeah, this means that there are worries. This is the house of worry. So the fact that you're getting the Ankh in the house of worry, it's like, don't worry, enjoy life. Things are going to be great. You're going to be able to focus on what you're passionate about. Okay, so that sorrow is the more the way in which we look at the positives and go, oh, look at these 5 positive things. Oh, but look at that one negative thing over there. I mean, everybody does it. I mean, you don't need to beat yourself up over it, but it is saying that, that there's a lot of sorrow that may need to be released here so that you can get on with doing what you really love. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles here with the Horus card, okay, and this is the Abundance card. So yeah, you can either have a partner or a spouse. Maybe you're going to have a business partner coming in who's really good with business or who just has a lot of money. And again, Horus is somebody who's visible, popular, and seen. So this does suggest to me that for some of you that you are going to be partnering with people. So therefore, that's why it's important not to be in this miserly space. You definitely want to be open to the people around you. In the 8th house, we have the postponement card. A couple of 4s here too. So there's this sense of kind of trying to stay where we are a little bit, but that's coming to an end. 4 of Swords is, they're calling it postponement, and it's showing up with Bast, which is another number 4 card. So I don't know. I don't know if that indicates, I've been seeing the number 4, and I feel like it could have to do with 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, rather than just the general meaning of 4 in the tarot, which is usually a card of stability. And I say that because I just see so much change. Plus we have Bast, which is also number 4. So postponement is also, the 4 of Swords can be about recovering from illness. So the fact that we have Bast here, this could be more, again, emotional things, psychosomatic illness or stress that's affecting the body, and kind of getting ready to move past that. But I think when this card shows up, it says, we're taking time out for healing, but we also have to move forward. It kind of has the same vibe as this card. You've got this kind of vacation here, but you are being prompted to move in a new direction. Let's see. Okay. The Pyramid card, okay, we have the Past Lives card, which is the Moon card. So this seems to indicate something that's taking time. With the Moon here, I think there may be a lack of clarity about something, about a new direction that you're moving in or a way in which you're looking to expand your horizons. Maybe this has to do, again, this is a house of, Sag house is, of course, higher education, spirituality and faith. It can have to do with your independence and freedom. So there may be some concerns about whether or not you're really going to be free of something. You may be looking for too much safety in one place here. But the Past Lives card is saying, this may be past stuff. And if you're not a person who believes in past lives, then you can certainly look at it as things happening either in concurrent lives or maybe even just past childhood trauma or triggers or something that may be holding us into place, or maybe make us feel that we have to move faster than we actually need to. So yeah, I feel like you're getting ready to move out of this space, and I think it's saying there's just some areas where you're reluctant and maybe you're not really looking to move forward. Yeah, we've got the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, the maturity card and the projections card in with the 10th house. So I feel like with these, okay, Seven of Cups, okay, taking the Osho Zen meaning away from it, because they're talking about the way in which we may project stuff onto others. But and because there's kind of a illusory quality to this card. But I think this can indicate, first of all, could be working online or doing something online. The Seven of Cups has come to mean that. It can also indicate a lot of possibilities and trying to, maybe that's where air is. Your energy could be scattered and around a little bit, and you have to kind of take a step back and think about something a bit logically and intellectually to see where, what's real and what's not real. Because I feel like right now, there's been a lot of squaring off between, you have Saturn in Pisces, but there's been some difficult aspects between Neptune and Pisces and other planetary aspects that are making us say, that are challenging us to manifest our dreams, okay? And you had it with the maturity card. This is the Ace of Pentacles, so this indicates really new financial opportunities. So again, I do feel like there is changes coming here, and I think there's a lot of possibilities here, but I think it's saying not all of them may be viable, or there just may be some kind of specific online opportunity, again, possibly connected to communication that you're going to have. Okay, so we have the Fool here with the 11th house. So the Fool indicates taking a risk on something, okay, and doing something that perhaps appears foolish to others. That could be another meaning of Seth with Sphinx here. Maybe there's people who you think are talking behind your back, or saying, oh, this one is, not gonna be able to meet their goals because of, whatever, or they're being foolish, or they're taking a foolish risk. But I think this is saying, no, you want to take the foolish risk, and just wait and see how this is going to come out. And I think it's also saying don't rush into something just because you're worried about what other people are going to say or think about you as well, or what they might be saying, not to your face. Behind your back, I always thought was an odd phrasing, because when you think about behind your back, I'm like, well, isn't that looking at your back? But anyway, okay, we have the Death card, the transformation card, in the 12th house here. So yeah, you may be concerned about stability, but it is telling you that there's a lot of transformation going on right now. So this can lead to some new and unfamiliar situations, but I feel like we're being challenged to go onto the new. And we have Tao overall, which is about, again, there's hard work here. Similar to Pyramid, there's this idea of you're building something, and it's basically you don't want to be too hasty about it because you don't want to construct something that's going to fall apart. We do have it with the Ace of, not the Ace, the Magician card, which is known as the Existence card in this deck. So yeah, same idea, manifesting, moving, working towards something, working on something. And Ta is just saying, just keep at it, but the Existence card reminds us not to take everything too seriously. I mean, Anubis would be reminding us of that as well. There's a need to kind of step back and say, okay, go out and look at the stars if you feel like everyone and everything is out to get you. So let's see what the Secret Language of Light cards have to say. What that card would be. So this is for Sagittarius, June 25th through July 8th. What does Sag need to know? Woo. Okay. The card we got here is There Is Only Light. So let's see what that card is about. Okay, I'll read it to you. Light is sought after and extraordinary. We seek clarity of light, a lightness of being, and light bulb moments. Light bypasses the analytical mind and takes us straight to loving wisdom. It's time for you to step into your shining light. Be illuminated. Let light in. Today's the day to release any disturbances in your energy. Happiness will come naturally unless you do something to prevent it from happening. Release all that is stopping happiness from flowing into your world, and it will appear before you. It seems too easy, but it is truly that simple. Until you realize this, you remain connected to the belief that struggle is required. Perhaps more respected, lesson-laden path. Right? We often take it on the belief that if we struggle, others will think more of us, and we will appreciate things more. When you go against your soul, you move away from your brightness. The darkness is a sign it's time to feel your way back to your heart and soul. Well, I think that's a good summary of this. Yeah, you definitely want to focus more on the heart. I mean, we've got sorrow. You feeling very worried about things, particularly maybe connected to work. And this is saying follow your heart right here. Focus on what makes you feel alive. And, unexpected things coming in. One of the things I keep hearing with regard to finances, not just in this reading, but for a lot of people, is it's actually kind of from the Numerology deck. It's like nothing is set in stone. So I feel like if a situation is not where you want it to be right now, don't worry. I mean, eventually you're going to see where things are going to go. So I hope this reading was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, Sagittarius. If you did like this reading, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already and would like to be notified about these videos. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.